Kelly, are you ready? Yes! Okay, let's get it started. Really fast. The ApplyBoard journey, ApplyBoard mission and core values, because it's so important. We are a company running by mission, and from top to down, everyone in our company is basically like driving by these values. So by now having you guys as our recruitment partner, we want to pass along these values. So we are now a nation. We're gonna work, and I'm gonna tell what are our plans for future, right? And then I'm gonna share with you some of the cool things we're gonna do all together for the future of the students and upcoming software releases. Okay. Education is a right for human being, not a privilege. Regardless of your nationality, location, build situation of your parents, and whatever it is that makes people different, people should have access to the best education around the world. This is what we believe, and this is the mission of our company. So whatever we do in our company is to make this tagline happen in this world. You know, I want, when I'm 80 years old, as Dr. Kapir said, our generation, they're gonna like live longer and longer because of the healthcare and everything. I want my grandkids don't live in a world that there is not a single person who can't attend the school. And I think we all together can make that possible. We all together can make that possible. You know, if we all stand together, we can make that possible. The unity of humans, we can make that possible. So, what happened? The whole ApplyBoard story, and it basically also answered a lot of your questions. So to understand where we are going. I came to Canada 2010. So I finished my bachelor degree in Iran. I was a pretty good student with engineering. I was coding day and night, working over 100 hours a week, even though I was a student. And I have a couple of inventions and patents and products that I sold. This university professor in Canada, we got connected, and I'm very lucky that I got a scholarship to come to University of Waterloo to get my master's in mechatronics. A year later, we brought Mehdi and Masi, my other brother, which is twins of Mehdi. You know, you guys didn't miss anything of seeing Masi because make Mehdi double. Exactly like same figure. Mehdi and Masi came to Canada, and first they came to go to Waterloo and U of T, but then after they come, we got introduced to the colleges, and we had some struggle with money and everything, but you know, life passed by, they started working, and they went to college, Conestoga College, and they studied their field, and they were good, very good students. I was a good student as well. I went to US, I worked a little bit. But during this time that we were a student, we started as an agent, a study abroad agent, helping the students from Iran and Afghanistan to basically move to Canada and United States for studies. And we learned a lot about it. And we were basically lucky that we were in Canada, and we were privileged by going to good school, so we learned the skills that is necessary. 2015, you know, we were not working as a recruitment partner anytime between 2013 to 2015. And, you know, it was one day that people were still asking for our service, and we were saying, hey, we are not in that business anymore. It was always like a side business for us. But people were asking for information, and I was like, the biggest problem for a study abroad is not the demand, it's not the supply, it's the lack of information. So there are millions of people who want to get to better school, and they have the resources to do so. But how can we build this bridge? We started our company in May 2015 in University of Waterloo Incubator Center. So I can tell you that, you know, Waterloo is right now our partner, and I invite every single one of you to send as many students, a very good quality students to University of Waterloo, because it's very entrepreneurial university, and they give you very many resources. So for example, out of Waterloo, when we came out, when we went to that place, they gave us free legal system to start our company. We were through Conestoga and Waterloo, we got $30,000 to start the company, and also we got free office for 1 year. And so please apply. The ROI for good universities and colleges are very high. So please, if the students think long term, it's amazing ROI for them. Anyway, so 2016 we came to our next office, and the first 2 years of the business, it was extremely hard. Our product wasn't working properly. We didn't have money, and you know, it wasn't working properly because we had to wait for the cycles, and you know, we were literally living paycheck by paycheck, because our paycheck was even smaller than the minimum wage in Canada. And you know, I was an engineer. I was working full-time. I was making very good money. I quitted my job to do this. And the first 2 years of it, 2015, 16, and almost to the half of 2017, it was very hard. But then it started picking up, and thanks to you guys, the recruitment partners started putting the students to the system, and our system get better and better. We work day and night on it. I think on average, the last 4 years, there isn't that many weeks that I've worked under 80 hours. You know, so many nice ApplyBoard staff that were like at the office, and on the weekends we are all like doing it to make sure like a good product, good service, and everything goes through. And we are lucky because in May 2018 we have received $17 million fund from Silicon Valley investors who they believed in our mission, and they also wanted to make education accessible. And we shared with them that the long-term money is not basically only on like tackling the short term, and if we can make a very great admission system for the universities, we can take a lot of the manual processes away, and we can have all the recruiters around the world, basically all the recruiters, all the students, all the universities and colleges around the world work together, and it becomes a very good collaborative. You know, our vision is to also send the students from Canada to India, from India to China, China to Brazil, Brazil to Iran, Iran to UAE, anywhere to anywhere. And the reason that we call you guys partners, because we want, when we send the Canadian students to come here, you guys come and pick them up from the airport and take them to their place, and you guys help us to basically partner with the local university or college that you have, you know? We are now all one nation that we are going forward. Fast forward, we went to the new office, and in May 2019, exactly like a year later, we received $55 million, because you probably have seen, because of we passed a lot of the commission, we are not yet be able to sustain on the profit, and we are okay with that. We are investing in a long term, in the bigger picture. And our investors are very aligned with that as well, to make education. Someone in this world gotta make education accessible, and we want to be those people, and we wanna start that movement. In September this month, I'm very thrilled that we were selected as top 10 companies by CIX in Canada. And you know, so when I was 18 years old, I invented something, and I won Iran National Invention Show. I went to, you know, they put me on news. I got a lot of attention. I went to work for a company, and in that company I learned everything. The first day, the name of the person who hired me was Ehsan. he gave me a key and said 6:30 tomorrow morning, wash the floor. And I was an excellent coder. I went to his thing to design circuits and code, and he made me to wash the floor. So I came and I washed the floor, I went, and then I started coding. Second day, third day. About 2 weeks later, he said, you don't have to wash the floor anymore and swipe the floor. So I started working. And that guy, later on, 2 years later, I said, Ehsan, why did you make me to wash the floor? And he said, because I wanted to teach you, starting a company, start from washing the floor. Don't think you can go high if you don't wash the floor. And I've done the same thing at ApplyBoard. But one thing that I learned from Ehsan, I was like, Ehsan, what is the most point of the time as being an entrepreneur that you enjoy? He said, the time that I sign bonus for my employees. And that day my concept was, wait a minute, like, you are giving your money away. Why are you happy? And he was like, you can't believe when I hear from them that they're taking the money and they're planning to buy their kid a toy, or they're planning for their vacation, I feel that I'm doing that for my kid, and I feel I'm going to vacation. So right now, not only I'm happy about the 250 employees that ApplyBoard have and all the money that they have to buy their kids' toy. Not only I'm happy for thousands of jobs that we created in Canada indirectly by the students that came to Canada, and now people in Canada also have money to buy their kids' toys. I'm also happy for the commission that we are passing through you. The commission that basically we enable you guys to work for anywhere for Canada, like schools, all 1,500 schools, and you can buy toys for your kids. I'm extremely happy, and it's extremely enjoyable for me when we are passing the money and we can basically make your business grow. That's my pleasure to make your business grow. So at ApplyBoard, these are our priorities. This is every day. So number one, we think about our customers. And that's why we put basically students first. And I will talk about it. One person asked, are we platform for recruiters or students? We are platform for students. And you are our partner. There is no misalignment, a long-term misalignment between the best value for students and your business, my business, and a school business. If we all do best for the student, a student will be most successful, have most money, and his cousin, his brother, also basically come to your shop to then come abroad and you use my system and we send it to the school. So if we all have this in mind, that the long-term value for the students is completely aligned with your business, our business, and a school business, we all gonna win. Any misalignment with the student success gonna kill your business, my business, and a school business. That's why we, even if the school is bad for the students, we unpublish them. We care about the student success because this industry exists because of the success of the students. So we are very happy to stand on that. After that, the recruitment partners, you guys are part of ApplyBoard. Third, the schools. Fourth, the employees. 5, the founders. So after employees, then the shareholders and founders. And these are our values. If we care always like that, if I put the student's interest, your interest, a school interest, my employees' interest, and shareholders' interest first, before I'm thinking about myself, I think I would be very, very successful because I can make other people happy. Thank you so much. So our vision in the company is to be the world leader in study abroad. And let me picture that vision for you. Globalization is happening very fast. Transportation cost is very much coming down. You know, it's like right now, a one-way ticket from Delhi to Toronto, sometimes it's under $500. It's unheard of, it's nothing, right? It's like 3 nights of hotel in this hotel. You can go from this part of the world to the other part. And most importantly, the GDP and middle class GDP growth and middle class in the other countries are basically make the spending power very high. So what the word that we believe in, it would be a word that the students from anywhere in the world gonna go to the other places. We are living in an economy of innovation and economy of experience. You know, what we would like to build is a system that the students can go to University of Delhi, then go to University of Toronto, then go to San Francisco State University, and then finish the degree in Beijing University. I think that's a true international business management. I'm looking for such a day that we can build a system that all the schools and all of their courses are so interchangeable that people can move easily. And I can see we're gonna be like that in 30 years. We're gonna be like that in 20 years. And to achieve that, we need your help. We all need to stand together. We all need to improve the ecosystem. And all together, we will be able to make a world that your kid, my kid, and all the other students be able to travel around the world and have the experience and get the best education. Our core values in the business is number one is student success. As I said, everything is about student success. And the other one is A+ customer service. And it is so important for us that every single time that you hear about ApplyBoard, you know, you smile. You know, your smile makes my day. You know, this is important for us, so that's why we put it in our core value of the business. And the V charity and the request. So last year, for every single student that applied through ApplyBoard, we donated a little bit money, and we were able to make in Kalinjar in Rajasthan, we made a classroom in a high school. These are the kids of the farmers who weren't able to go to school, and we participate a little bit. This year, thanks to you guys and thanks to the whole like goodness in the world, we were able to grow. So what we would like to do now, we would like not only we gonna donate more for the next maybe entire school, either in India or Sierra Leone or another part of the world, but then we would like to invite you guys also, when you hear that, you also participate either with the apply box through your account credits or through money or through support by sharing it on the Facebook or something. Let's collect a lot and build a school for those that otherwise won't be able to go to school, you know? Let's make that system possible for them, you know? That would be like awesome if you guys also do that. This industry is so big. It is very big, it's like $300 billion. But I believe the shadow market behind it, when there is a good system, is $2 trillion. Every single student wants to travel. Every single American wants to travel. We do this, believe me, putting good up front, you know, in Farsi we said it bring barakat, means it bring goodness back to us. It's a karma, it bring it back to us. And I'm pretty sure all of our business will basically thrive and go very good if we all do this by good. And also it's a good picture of showing how much we care about education in the world. Because in many of the countries, the word agent and the word like the industry is sometimes underviewed because of like some activities that maybe a couple of people do. But we have to change that picture. We are in a very, very good industry and we are an educator of the world. You know, by doing this, we can also bring the picture up and have our association of what good things we do for this world. This is the place, and I believe that the V Charity also paying some money to their parents of these students, so these students can stay in the school, because of the parents a lot of time rely on the young children to to work. So not only they build a school, but also they pay some money to their parents. Okay, software, right? Are you guys ready? Ready? Okay, so a lot of these feedbacks that you guys give us, probably like you put some survey or you tell your rep, or the best way is when you go to ApplyBoard and ask for a survey, we read them, and number one thing that it was coming is talking about the search. People want to be able to search. As you know, the programs are closing, opening, and there are so many programs, we are launching new countries, and people want to have a higher access to the search. So we spent about 3 months, day and night, on the search, and now it has the autocomplete, so you can search for any program or any location. It has the search boxes for school programs, location, basically a lot of the filters. For example, if you want only to see the programs that have PGW, now there's a filter for it, and many other things. But let's quickly glance at it. So this is the old search, and this is the new search category, and if you just leave it at computer, it just show you all the programs very, very fast, or even a province. And as you see, right away you can get to where you want, and you can see the access to the information. And this is what our recruitment partners can see. And very fast you can even access the relevancy, the commission, the school rank, location, and everything else. And as you can see, for example, if the student is in Canada and already have a study permit, there are sometimes schools are open for those students. So if it is, the students already have a study permit, you can say it has a study permit. So from next week, we are launching this. It's already on a beta version. It would be a full version, and you guys can use the excellency of that. It has all the great scheme of the central board, the state board, and everything else is already like built into it. And give us feedback. If there is something needed to be done on it, let us know. We would love to make it, you know. At the end of the story, we are engineers, and there's nothing makes an engineer happier to build a product that the customers love. And so this one. The second one, as you know, a lot of the recruitment partners, they have many staff. As of now, we were just giving one recruitment partner account to you. And basically you have to share it with everyone, which basically makes some inefficiency because you may have 20 staff or 10 staff, and you may don't want them to also see the commission or things. That's why we, for about 2 years, we were giving a second account to them, but you, as an owner or as a main manager, you weren't able to check everything. So you told us you can work better if we can give you the ability to make a staff account, so your staff can manage certain students, and it's kind of like a CRM. Now you can also manage your staff. You can see how many of your staff, what are the students in their loop, you can see their statuses and everything. So it's basically, it's like a staff management as well. But let's see how it works. And by the way, you can also restrict sensitive information like commission and the financials. They won't even see that anymore. So on the manage staff, it will be a new function. You put the name of the person, you have to put the email, you send the invitation, then email gonna go to that person. It basically something like that. It has to verify the email, so you have to put this is a staff email account. The email that they use to receive, you have to put a work email account for them, right? The one that they're gonna use to receive all the notification. And basically, as you can see, they have the active. You can deactivate the staff, so in case of, for example, one staff leave or something, you can deactivate them and assign their students to your new staff. And basically, as you can see, it's gonna basically work pretty good. And Okay, so let's look at it. So basically you go to manage a staff on this is a master account. You can invite the staff. Please put a you have to make sure there's the right information. It's gonna send the information to the staff. So the idea is the staff only see notification and the students that they add or you assign to them, but you as the owner can see all of your staff, students and information in one place. After that, basically what happens, they see that, you can activate them, you can deactivate them. Oh, most importantly, also it helps so the notification that we send through email for those students go to them and also to you. So you can see all of the notification, but they only see their own notification. We had this problem of sometimes our recruitment partners don't see the information because of so many people were checking the email and they needed a central CRM to check everything. But the most importantly now, as an owner in the student, you can see basically your different staff. As you can see, it said staff versus owner, and you can now basically categorize your student. Maybe some of them you are working on it, some of them working on it, and you can even put which of your staff you want to see their information. So you can do basically everything on their system, and they only can do the things on their self. And you can assign the students to different staff, so you can basically get it from Jimmy and then assign it to the next person. Maybe you want up to the visa this person do, and after that you assign it to the next person. So this also works kind of as a CRM for you, so you can manage your staff and the workload on them. And you know what? I really like it. I hope you guys are also gonna like it. Okay, the next one is the agent dashboard. And this is also gonna launch next week. So you know that agent dashboard, that it hasn't changed for about a year. And now, basically the agent dashboard gonna look like this from next week. And basically it shows you your account balance and the commission that you have earned over time. Again, this is only for the owner account. It shows you the total balance and the withdrawal instruction. You're working basically like with Western Union to even like make it faster for withdrawing money and automated applications. The potential revenue is how much you will earn if all of the students that you have in the loop, they basically convert to the students. You see it in different currencies. If they're going to a US school, you see it in USD. If Canadian, they see it in Canadian. We start having blocks of stat. As you see right now, your top schools that you are sending it, so this is customized to you. And the news center, which basically have all of the news happening and we communicated with you. The name of your account manager is there. Right away you can give feedback to us and ask for feature or feedback or whatever it is. Also, from the system, you also see the recent program that you have applied. It's pretty good, especially when you have the staff. You can see how the staff is doing. And you can book appointment with your rep right at the system. So you don't have to like message them or something. You can go and book an appointment and basically like have access to them. And now we are talking about basically the cool stuff. We've seen our recruitment partners are very, very humble and very, very ethical people. But sometimes it happens that some students walk to your agency and they give you an IELTS. You have no idea if it's a fake or real. You submit it to the school and the school say you did the fraud, you get banned. If the student is going to Australia or New Zealand, you may even get banned completely for applying for visa. Everyone's seeing it from your hand, but it wasn't your fault, it was someone else's fault. So we had this feature internally for ourselves to check every single IELTS that was coming through us. Now we heard it that you have also the same problem of checking the authenticity of that. We are working toward that to the next 1 or 2 months to give this feature to you, where when the students comes, you just upload it. You don't even have to enter the TRW code. automatically use the image processing. It bring the candidate name, and it tell you if it is green, means it basically automatically connect to the databases of Cambridge. It get the real data, it compare it with the one that you uploaded, and if it is green, means good to go. And if you see any red, you see it's tampered. It even check the picture of the person with the picture of their passport. And if some people like may change their picture, very easy you can find if it was real or not. We do that for your protection. So never ever you get frauded by that 1 or 2% that basically can damage your business. Every single document gotta get a code. And if you go to applyproof.com, the way that it works, it only require that code for that document, as well as the first name of the student. So this is your dashboard. You can look at the for example, sample of LOA that we will send it to you. So basically, a school send it to us, and then we send it to you. You will see that, and at the last page of it, you will see it said verifiable document. This is the code. This is the document. And if you are on your computer, you can click on the file. If you are not on the computer and it's a paper-based, you can see it. A lot of times, students walk to your office with the already acceptance letter, and you basically you want to know if it's a real or not, right? So you can go put the code there, put the student's first name, and then in this case the student first name is like called Milu. So basically put the student first name, access verified document, and you can see the original document. So no one can fake any doc. No one can come and say, no, I already paid, or they take the conditions of their LOA. It's gonna protect you for basically doing anything. Embassy is very happy because most of the time that they spend on a case is to verify the documents with the college. Colleges don't get back to them. You probably already noticed, like, they're very busy with returning even the LOAs. Embassy also have the same problem of getting. So in this way, colleges also, embassy can very fast also verify the document. So we're gonna work very closely with the Consulate General and the High Commissions to basically put this concept, and basically, hopefully, by doing this, we can see a higher turnover of the visas, and basically more protection for you, us, and the schools. It basically, I believe this industry is 95% clean, and only 5% basically make everyone name bad. By doing this, more and more and more and more, we can basically protect from all of the fraudulent activity. For example, as you heard in Bangladesh, or yesterday you heard from India, basically the fraudulent document is playing a big percentage in the decisions. So having such a thing can give a visa officer and the school and you the peace of mind that there is nothing happening. You guys were with us for 2 days. I'm coming to Delhi. I know people from Canada, different places in India, Nepal, one person from Nigeria, from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, all you guys came. And we all have one goal in mind, to basically do the best thing for our students. So if I may, could you please raise? Could you please stand up? And I want all of us together, think about what we do. Our job in this industry, our job, the one that we chose to work at, is to educate the students. And I want all of us today, we promise each other to have the students in mind and basically do good things for the world. So let's do this together, all together. Educate the world. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Educate the world. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure history gonna remember us, guys. History gonna remember us as the people we sat down and we did good for the students. History gonna remember us. Thank you so much for coming to the event. Thank you.